Welcome to all you Leos. Welcome Leo for your monthly general horoscope for March 2014 with me, Veerle. Let's have a look. Let's start straight away. This is a funny month because there are, at the very beginning of the month, two planets going direct again and two other planets going retrograde. So it's a bit of a paradoxical kind of energy going on there. But what does it mean for you Leos? Where are the areas of your life that you Leos need to go forward and need to slow down? Let's have a look. Well, first of all, let's start with the planets Jupiter and Mercury, who are going forwards again. Mercury as from the 1st and Jupiter, I think, as from the 7th. Am I right? Yeah, as from December. What does it mean for a Leo? Well, first of all, Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet of expansion, it's the planet of meaning, it's the planet of meaning of life, meaning and understanding, teaching. And it's in your 12th house. So it's the most unconscious house, it's the house of letting go. So I think a lot of Leos have certainly the last couple of months with the retrograde there, have reflected upon things that they need to let go in life, and probably it has to do with old patterns or patterns that are not working for you anymore. And it's kind of a nice energy to have, Jupiter again going forwards, because it means that you find understanding, and it is meaningful for you to let go of certain aspects of your life, of little pieces of yourself that you need to let go of, because it doesn't no longer suit you anymore. So this is what is happening with Jupiter in your 12th. It's also very spiritual. You can meet someone who's very spiritual, who can be like a teacher for you, or you contemplating more, or doing yoga, or doing things that you learn that can help you to let go of stuff that you need to let go of. And what else? So this is a really nice energy. Then Mercury goes direct as well, and it goes direct in your 7th house. So it has been going retrograde last month in your house of close relationships. So if you were in a close relationships, probably you have been thinking about how you change your communication with them, or maybe you're not in a relationship and you've been thinking about what do I actually want in a relationship, or how do I reach out for someone, and how do I connect with people. Maybe you have been reconnected with someone, could be the case as well. And then Mercury goes into your 8th house, which is the house as from 17th to 18th of March, and that will be more, your thinking processes will include more thinking about intimacy, thinking about your fears, maybe thinking about trust, thinking about shared resources, how these things can improve in your life. But this is a flow, so normally Mercury in the 8th house should mean that there is a deep thinking going on, and it is nice. It is nice to think about intimacy and to realize how much you need it, and to open your heart for that, because you are a Leo. You're natural in, unless you have a lot of planets in water signs, but normally Leos are very open and very trustful and very confident. And maybe it's now a time to even become more confident. Now, two other planets are going retrograde, which means retrogrades always mean there has to be a slower activity. There has to be things that need to slow down, things that need to reflect upon. And for you, it's Saturn and Mars. And that is around also the beginning of the month. The Saturn is going retro the 3rd, and Mars is going retro the 2nd. So Saturn is going retrograde in your 4th house, which is the deepest core, which is the core of your identity, the core of your being. It's what you are all about on a very deep level. And it goes retrograde, so it means that you are even more, you are trying to restructure and redefine yourself. You're trying to set boundaries, you know, also in your family. Because the fourth house is also family. You're creating your boundaries to say, this is me. This also means to learn to say no when you need to say no, for your own protection. This is very important with Saturn in the fourth house going backwards. So you're reflecting upon, where do I need to set a bit more boundaries? Where do I need to identify myself more? And where do I have to put more structure into myself? On another level, it's your home. It's maybe you are renovating, or maybe you are thinking of going back to the country that you used to live in, or moving. And this can be, you know, a slow process. This process that I describe is a slow process. And it's in March very important to spend some time on a deep level, but rather on a slow level. And last but not least is Mars. And for you, I think it will be in a lighter area of your life in comparison with other people. Because Mars wants to go forward, it wants to act, it shows where we take action in our lives. We all have Mars. But now it's going retrograde. So for all of us, it means reflecting on your actions. And what kind of actions for you Leos? It has to do with your communication sector. So it could be the way that you speak, the way that you read, the way that you write, the way that you communicate in your environment, with siblings, on the internet, your day-to-day talks that you do, with people that you encounter. So it's on a very practical level. It's communication, gathering information, and it's slowing down. And the things that you do that has to do with that area of your life slows down. So it's a perfect time to reconnect with siblings and to work on that relationship. So to not to be yourself, to stand up for yourself, but also to listen and give them space in your relationship to your siblings. So not going too much forward, but also not letting those people walk all over you. It could also mean for some people that they are going to, maybe they have been writing something a while ago and now they are going to rewrite it, re-edit it, or maybe reread a book. So it's really action when it considers that third house. It's also learning house. It's a house of learning skills. So maybe you're going back to learn a skill that you used to like, that you used to do. That is some kind of practical thing or a language that you learned a long time ago and you're picking it up again. That is a kind of energy. So I think it's quite, although Mars can be quite frustrated in Libra, and certainly when it goes retrograde, I think for you Leos, you will do quite well because it's an air sign and you do well with air signs, and it's in a third house, which is quite a light communicative house for you. So wishing you all the best with this month. So mind your communications. Don't go too blossing forwards. Think before you speak. Think before you act, and you'll do well. Thank you for listening. If you want a reading, please check out my channel, and you'll find all the details there. Thank you for watching, and see you next month. Bye bye.